Hey guys, this is Susie. Welcome back to our podcast.
We're so happy about this.
This is so exciting.
Today's topic is for first dates.
Yes.
What your ideal first date is.
And how was our first dates?
Yeah, did it match up to...
Or do we even have a first date? I don't...
do they count as first dates?
I mean, I've only had one... Oh, no. Let me take that back. You know what? I have had a first date. Let me start that. Have you? Adriana?
All my boyfriends were in
Trash ass folios?
well, they were back in high school, and in high school you don't have money. You have to ask your parents for money. So
Okay, take it back.
my dates were just going to the movies and getting something to eat.
Okay, I had that.
That's pretty innocent, yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
But I haven't had an actual
Okay, so
an adult
why
first
don't we
date.
categorize them like high school first dates and then adult first dates if we've had any.
Okay. I've never had a date in high school. I never dated in high school, really. I probably had one boyfriend in high school and one kind of boyfriend. It only lasted 2 weeks.
God damn it.
Yeah, and though I guess the sweetest thing he did for me was he got me glow in the dark stars.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
But no.
High school for me, man, I was a butt ugly person. I'm just kidding, you guys.
Was?
God damn.
I'm just joking.
No, but I mean, I only had I had 2 boyfriends. My first boyfriend, he was a senior. He did he did take me out on a date a couple times. He took me to the movies. It was just cute. Oh shit, I forgot he did take me to Johnny Rockets and then the movies. That was sweet. Shout out to you, homie. And then who else? Oh, he did take me on a double date once.
Oh, okay.
That one was pretty sweet. It was with his girl best friend. And we went to this one place, and this was a well-known place here in Hawthorne called Little Asia. It burned down, but it has a new spot somewhere else.
Okay.
It's dope. It's bomb. But yeah, he took me there. It was cool. It was pretty nice.
What about you, Adriana?
In high school, I only had 2 boyfriends. My first boyfriend in high school, I thought it was serious, but he never took me out anywhere. We lasted on and off a year. And then my second boyfriend, I don't want to talk about that, but we lasted a year and a half, and he did take me out to the movies. He bought me flowers on my birthday.
That's sweet.
That's cute.
It ended up pretty bad though.
That brick
Is
to the window
this
type
the one that
stuff?
broke your leg?
No, that wasn't him. That was another boyfriend after high school.
Oh, shoot. Damn.
Oh yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
crazy
high
though.
school.
Did I tell you? I told you guys the story about that though, right?
You told me the story.
It was.
I have so much information retained in this brain that I just forget everything.
It was back then when we used to work at the restaurant. Our friend Dennis gave me a ride home, and then that same night, someone just threw a brick at my window, at my kitchen window, one side of it. I was like, what the heck? We didn't call the cops that time, but then a week later, it happened again to the other side of the window, and that time we had to call the cops. And it was crazy though. The cop knew who he was, who my ex-boyfriend was, because they went to high school together.
Oh, shoot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's why I have the bars
Hey,
on
don't be
my
crazy,
window.
y'all. Legit,
Don't go bust their windows.
don't be doing that type of shit. It's really not. Honestly, I've been
Not that
through.
serious.
I've been through a couple breakups, and I know that maybe throwing stuff is the first thing in your head because you just want to get your anger out.
But we had broken up on New Year's Day, and this happened that same year, but in November.
Oh shoot! He was still. Hey, it takes time though. Let me not make. Let me not front about that. It takes time, right? Like when.
Some people do it right away. I feel like maybe he thought if I take my time, she won't think it's me.
That, or maybe he thought that by then you guys would maybe get back together or something.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it was because he saw me in a car with another guy.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
Which means he was probably
Stalking you, girl.
He lives like a block up from where I live.
Oh hell nah, though. What's that? I mean,
And then what's crazy? My brother drove past his house,
mm-hmm.
and he saw the bricks outside, and he was like, "You want to come over? The bricks are out here. They're out here." And I'm like, "No, I'm okay."
At least you wasn't vengeful. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's not even that I was scared.
Oh.
I
wouldn't.
know. I'd be scared too. If he could do that.
True. I think it's just in my head. I would be like, okay, an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye, homie. I know where you live, so you messing with the wrong hooch. My husband has it rough with me. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to my baby. But yeah, okay, so then. Oh, my second boyfriend, I don't think I had like a legit, like. You know, I don't think I want to judge high school as dates, but they're little cute ones, like, you know, that, like...
Innocent ones.
Innocent ones that, like, yeah, we didn't have money, but, you know, we made it work, you feel me? We made it work and stuff. Now, adult-wise, where are we that in that spectrum? Have we dated? Have we not dated? Have they taken you guys on dates? Well,
yeah, I've been on a couple of, like, first dates that were not bad. But some of them were not that great either.
Tell us at least like one of the good dates, like the most memorable one for you.
None. None was memorable.
Really?
No.
Like, but at least like one that like maybe like your first date that wasn't horrible, I guess, like you could say.
Someone took me out for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. It was that one dude that was at that party that I went to when I met you.
Yeah, the day that I hated Susie. You
Yeah.
guys. Dun dun dun.
That's the day that she like disliked me.
For false
yeah.
reasons, obviously. Like they were just.
He was nice. He was very respectful. He's like, oh, you know, it's Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day was like a couple of days after that party.
Maybe.
And he's like, do you want to go on a date? And I'm like, okay. So he took me to 3rd Street Promenade. And then... No, it wasn't for Valentine's Day, sorry. The next day after the party, he took me on a date to the 3rd Street Promenade. We walked around. Then for Valentine's Day, he took me to Olive Garden, and then he took me on a walk to the beach, and then he took me home. It was pretty nice. I just didn't click with him, but it was nice. I guess that one would be the nicest one that I've been on.
And the worst one that you could think of.
I went on a date with this one guy, and he took me to Denny's. Or was it IHOP? I don't know. Point is, it was really awkward. He wanted me to order for him. Yeah. And I was like, no, order for yourself. You know? Maybe I'm going to sound bitchy. But trust me, I'm not. Because he was just really annoying. He wanted me to order for him. Finally, he gave up and he ordered for himself. We ate our food. And I was kind of really put off by him. There was like no conversation going on whatsoever. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take the rest of it to go. So then he's like, well, now I'm shy. Now I can't eat in front of you. He's like, scoot over so I can sit next to you. No, I was like already really annoyed and I was just like over it. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna judge you. Go ahead and eat. Oh, another thing he did was is he put his hands in my food. Like, he reached over and he grabbed one, like, food from my plate. And if I don't offer food like to you, like don't grab my food, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just like so annoyed, and that's when I decided I don't want to eat anymore. Like I want to take it home, and I'm over this date. Like I want to go home. That's it. That's when he's like, "Oh, I can't eat if you're looking at me. Scoot over so I can sit next to you." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to." I'm like, "You can sit there, and I'll sit over here and eat your food, and then we can go." He like got up and basically scooted me over and sat down next to me. I was so mad. And there was like a couple, like an older couple that was sitting like a couple of tables away, and they noticed, and they were just like looking at us. That was like the worst date I've ever been on. Did I ever go back on a date again with him? Nope.
Damn.
And then he messaged me and he's like, "Oh, you're kind of a dick." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But I just said, "Yeah, I know." And I was kind of being bitchy to him because I was just like so...
Like, it wasn't a good experience. Like, he didn't make it into a good experience. He basically, like, ignored your nose. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and I was just like, he made me feel really uncomfortable.
Like,
so
you never gave him, like, any type of consent there. Like, come on, bro. Like, no is no.
Yeah, don't
So
stick
get it
your
right.
fingers in my food. That's what pissed me off the most.
Yeah, because like first of all, you were just barely getting to know him right then and there. You don't know where the hell his fingers have been in the whole. You know, I hate when people say that shit, but like it's so true. Like you don't know where their hands have been. You know, like you could have gotten sick or something. I don't know. Like he should have been more. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was nervous that maybe he was acting that way.
Maybe, you know, maybe he was nervous, but
But at the same time, he texted you telling you you're a dick, and if you want a second date,
you hardly know me, and you're trying to get to know me. That's the wrong way to go.
Yeah,
you know.
True that. What about you, Adri?
I don't think I've never been on an actual first date
As an adult.
as an adult. Just like the movies. That's it.
God damn it.
I mean, the movies are cool, but I feel like
it's already played out.
The movies for a first date is not ideal. You need like you're on a first date to have a conversation with the person.
Yeah, that's true. Them.
What are you gonna do at the movies?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be like a full on out like
take me to a fancy restaurant.
The restaurant, no, like you can freaking take me to McDonald's, homeboy. Take me to the beach. Ay, vámonos. I'm just kidding.
Don't make it so cheap either.
No,
but not like that. You feel me? We gonna kick it. Nothing else.
Like a little picnic or something.
A picnic is nice.
Yeah, that's cute. Me first dates as an adult. You know what? I mean, with my husband, maybe we went to like yeah, we have had our first date, me and my husband. It was our first date was actually, and this is so weird. I didn't ever thought that I would actually go on a first date because I didn't think I was that type of like in my head I wasn't worthy for a first date because I still hadn't been taken for on a first date. But he basically one day, like, we were working together and I had betted with him that I was gonna get out first than him. He beat me by like 30 minutes. And we had betted that basically, like, you're gonna have to call off, because at that time I was working 2 jobs. He's like, you're gonna have to call off from your first job and you're gonna come with me, since he knew that I was off, because we were talking about it, that I was gonna be off the next day, which would have been a Monday. He's like, you just have to call off from your morning job and we can go to Six Flags. And I'm like, all right. And we betted. Mine was, I wasn't gonna go with him because I was really nervous. I was like, oh shoot, you feel me? And then his was just like let's go. I was like, all right, fuck it. So he won. We went, and it was sweet. Like, I thought we were just gonna walk around, but he grabbed my hand, like right from the start. Like, he was like, all right, let's get ready. And he grabbed my hand, and from there, y'all feel me, like, been history since then. Nah, just kidding, y'all. Not creo yo. I'm just kidding, y'all. No, but like, it was nice. I think I don't know if he considers that a first date. I think he does. I think we talked about it. Like, that's my first date with him. Like, I felt was so, like, special.
That's sweet.
I would go to Disneyland on the first date.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I
That is
wouldn't do
nice.
like those other amusement parks with the big roller coasters because
Oh yeah, you're not a roller coaster. I forget that
can't.
you're not a roller coaster.
I don't
person.
like roller coasters. I'm afraid of heights.
Girl,
I can't do it.
Me too, but I iba yo.
Yo.
I passed out on one of the. I went to Mexico with my ex-boyfriend, and there was like a fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we went on a roller coaster. I don't know if it was like a high roller coaster. I don't remember, but I passed out for like 2 seconds, and it's like ever since then I can't do it.
Oh shoot, es delicada.
Funny.
My delicate girl.
I mean, it's understandable.
I feel it though, yeah.
I mean, but it is funny, but I just can't bring myself to
It's
do
like
it.
those slingshot videos.
Yeah, I want to take her on one now just for that.
People pass out.
Just because I know you're gonna pass out. That's fucked up.
That is messed
You're
up.
right. I wouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
no.
But yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys
For-
have like an ideal? Well, you're married, but you know, like a dream date.
You know, I always, and this is what it gets me mad about, like movies and shit. I always wanted that, like, candlelit dinner, fucking.
You know
Like-
what? I feel like those things are possible in this sense. Okay? I'm not saying that there are no guys like that out there. I'm pretty sure there are guys that do that for girls because they feel it in their hearts. But I feel like if you like something and your partner wants to make you happy, he'll do it for you. No matter how cheesy, no matter how weird,
Yeah.
they'll do it for you because that's something that you like.
True that.
I feel like that's really cool, really important.
Yeah. Worst date for me. Do I have any worst dates?
I don't know. Think. What's your
Not
ideal
really.
date, Adriana?
I'd like to go to like a museum or a rose garden, somewhere nice, somewhere pretty.
That's nice.
Preferably during the day though.
She goes to sleep like at freaking 6 p.m. You guys, no, I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm
yeah, but
exaggerating,
it's
but-
not even that. It's just I feel like during the day we would have more time to get to know each other, and the lighting would be pretty if we want to take pictures.
like
you know?
like during the day, like what time? Like, because I feel like you're saying, like, when people say during the day, I feel like this is
noon
like,
and-
okay, yeah, then yeah, I
noon
was
and
thinking
on.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because there's more time for adventures, you know.
But what if, like,
If
it
it's a
just
bad date, obviously.
off short? Oh, yeah, that's true.
If it's
At
a
least
bad
you have
date, just-
the rest of the day to, like, be like, fuck, like, al fin.
You could just end it.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know what? We're not clicking. We can just go.
I feel like that should be something that should be normalized. If you're not feeling the date, you should be able to like be like, oh, I'm not feeling it, and it should be accepted
By both.
by both people. Yeah.
If he's not feeling it, you can't get butthurt, you know. If she's not feeling it, you can't get upset. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
have you seen those videos? There's videos of guys who take girls out. I guess they're like friends or something, and they want more with the girl, and they ask them. They're like, "What are we gonna do after?" Or, are you going back to my place? You're going back to your place, whatever. And then the girl's like, "Oh no, I think this is it." And then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna split the bill." They tell the waiter. Just like, what?
Oh,
I've never seen those videos.
I haven't either. But ton about that. On our first date, should you guys split the bill, or should the guy pay, or should the girl pay?
I mean, I'm all for it. If you want to split it, we can split it. I'll offer,
Yeah, I always offer. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
let's split it. I know a couple. I know my brothers. I don't think it was my brothers. I think it was actually a friend of mine. I don't remember who told me this, but they were like, it's not that we don't want to pay. It's just that it would be nice if a woman like at least offered,
Mm-hmm.
or if the other person that I'm going out with offered to at least pay half of it.
Yeah.
Like, I won't make them pay it, obviously, but like it would be nice to hear. Like, it's kind of like courtesy. Like, let's
Of
say.
course. Yeah.
Just don't make it seem like like I'm paying for you, like you can't pay. Like don't make it seem like the other person is broke or
Yeah.
Don't be rude about it.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Oh, I was also reading some memes. Some memes. I'm always on something watching memes or something. Watching memes. What the hell? Scrolling through memes where they're talking about 30-year-old men. Or just, yeah, in this specific meme, it was 30-year-old men that are broke and ask the girls that they just barely met, that they maybe either still haven't even gone on a date with or have gone on a date with maybe just once, and I start asking them for money. Have you guys ever had that experience where like a guy like you guys barely met asks you for money?
I haven't had that experience.
Have you?
Not dating wise, but like friend wise.
Friend wise? That you just barely met and they're like, hey, let me hold on $20 right now. Low-key, that's happened to me with friend wise. Guy wise, I think that maybe happened to me like twice. And I was all like what? And it's not like, I'm not trying to put anybody down because like, you know, who knows, maybe they did need that money or whatever. But it's like, you just barely met me. Why? Like, what are you... Like, this makes you seem like... And I know, like, I don't think it should be, like, bad, but it makes you look bad because it's just like, bro, like... Like, you just... It's not gonna work out, homie. Like, don't do it. But, yeah.
For me, I think my ideal date would be... going to the beach or to a park, having a picnic so we could talk. Something simple.
What are some topics that you feel that should be like not brought up, but like talked about in a first date for somebody? Like, what's something that you feel comfortable? I know for a fact I hate when guys are like, oh, and I feel like nowadays I think it has changed a little bit, but beforehand, like, it was like, oh, are you still a virgin? Oh my god, you guys.
That was more like high school, I think.
I still had a couple guys, like when I was like fresh out, like already like an adult, basically, that would be like, are you still a virgin? Boy,
what does that have to do with...
Like, what do you...
Are you?
Like, are you? Like, what's up? Because it shouldn't matter, homie. I remember I told off a guy once and I told him, and he goes, oh, so then this must mean that you're not. I'm like, no, it just means that I don't feel like giving you that information. Why should I give you that information if, first of all, I just barely met you? Second of all, are you a virgin? I'm like, and he goes, no. And I'm like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, what's so good about knowing that? Like, you feel me?
What do you get out of it? Yeah.
I think first date topics would be like talking about
what do you like, basically.
Yeah, just getting to know the person. What do you do for a living? You know, what do you do on your free time?
Have you guys ever lied like to a person that you guys maybe dated about something at first, and you're just like, shit, I shouldn't have lied about that, but you're like, fuck it, you know? Like something that maybe you said you liked, but in reality you have no idea about.
No. Have you?
No. I've been watching a lot of movies.
That's why?
Yeah, that I've been like about that. And I'm just like, damn, like I've never done that. Like I don't have to be...
because then like you're gonna have to back up what you say, and if you really don't know, they're gonna be like, well, I thought you knew.
That's just gonna end up bad.
I've learned throughout time that it's okay for you not to know everything.
Yeah.
And it's okay for you to say, I don't know it, versus saying I know it and not know it and look like an idiot when they ask you, okay, so
True.
Tell me more. You know?
Yeah, that's true. It's so loud out here.
I know.
But yeah. Other than that, ladies.
What are some like deal breakers or some red flags?
Ooh.
Other than, you know,
taking your fingers in my food.
For sure, on your phone all the damn time. All the damn time. Oh, you know what? One thing that my husband, and it's always clicked on me, and I always notice it for some reason, and I don't know if it's because ever since he mentioned it or I don't know, but he goes, if a guy ever, if you're cool with, if you're going on with the guy or whatever, and he at first he never like faces his phone down, and afterwards, like, you guys keep talking, you guys start hanging out, and he afterwards he does start putting his phone down. That means he either is hiding something for you or he's talking to somebody. But it has to deal with something. And I have noticed that, like, I have noticed that with guys that I know that like talk to definitely a bunch of girls, like, they always put their phone down. They never put it up. And I'm just like, homie, what's up?
That's how I was with my ex. At first, I would have access to his phone, and I'd be able to, like, do things on his phone, and then, like, slowly that stopped, and I'd be like, "Oh, can I see your phone?" And it would be an argument over that.
Just for seeing your phone.
Just because I'm like, let me see. Can I borrow your phone? My phone turned off. Can I borrow your phone so I could search something up? That was a definite no and an argument.
I used to do that. I used to put my phone face down, but I would do it because I don't want to be distracted by the notifications, But then I stopped doing it because I got the mentality like that looks like I'm hiding something.
But should it mean that though? Like, cause you brought up a good point right there.
Not necessarily. But I mean.
But for me, like, I have seen a couple people that I know for a fact, like, are messing around with multiple hoochies, and like they do put their phones face down, and then people that obviously that I know that have somebody.
Or people are really sneaky. Did you guys know that Android phones, and I didn't know this before, Android phones have this thing where it's kind of similar to muting the person, but an Android phone has this feature where you can, like, hide,
archive, and
yeah, and you will not get any messages from that person. They'll go into that archive. So it's like you're getting the messages, but they're not popping up on your screen.
Oh, how did you find out about that?
One of my friends told me.
I need to check my mans now. Just kidding. Hey, but low
yeah,
key.
she told me, she's like, I am telling you this because I have an Android, and I know about this feature. I'm like, but you should watch out for stuff like that. I'm like, noted.
Well then.
And then on iPhones, you can mute the person.
Yeah.
So you won't get their notification. So it's like, they might even have their phone up. You just never know with people.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That's one of the deal breakers for me, like, for sure. Like, if you're on your phone all the time.
For me, it'd be not being able to keep the conversation going. Because I myself am, like, a quiet person. So I won't talk unless you talk to me.
See, but that's hard, Like, I'm barely, like, getting to know you. So obviously, like, it's going to be kind of awkward at first. But,
at least, like, ask questions, like, hey, what do you do for a living? What do you like?
I'm about to put my brother on blast right now. Because he's one of those... He's one of those guys that's, like, very shy at first. And, like, he's told me, he's like, it's so hard to keep a conversation going. It's so hard. Like, with the girl, like, I'm like, yeah. And he tells me, and he goes, I don't know how you do it. Like, you stay talking. And I'm like, on some real stuff, that's true. And he goes, that's why it's so good that you're doing this podcast. I'm like, thank you for throwing that in there, boy. Thank you. But yeah, he's like, it's just so hard. And it's not like I want to be quiet. I, like, want to make a conversation, but it's like I just, like, I feel like the girl's either getting bored of me, and that's why she's either giving me, like, small answers or stuff like that, or he goes, and so I just decide, like, okay, you know what, like, I'm just shut my brain. That's it. I'm not talking anymore.
What's a turn off for me, or, like, a no-go for me, is if I'm the one carrying the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the person's not really, like, doing anything to, like, I hate that.
Yeah, same.
I really hate that.
Yeah.
It's like I need, like, if I'm asking you things, you ask me things too. Give me input, give me your opinion. Like, oh, have you ever experienced things? Have you ever experienced the things that I've experienced? Yeah. And if so, what was your experience with it? I don't know. There's just so much to talk about.
See, but that's where I fight for people that are very,
I get it.
like quiet. You
Some
feel
people are
me?
very timid.
But then
Timid.
again, if you and the other person do click, then the
The
conversation.
conversation stays because Loki, and I think that's one of the main things that kind of like attracted me a lot with my husband is like the conversation, and even up to now, you guys, like it never stops. That man never stops talking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but
Your husband does deal with a lot.
I know he do though. You guys, I love my husband, but he talk a buttload. Like
If you think Pam talks a lot,
that man talks a
Have
lot.
you ever told him, you talk a lot?
I have,
Does
and
he get quiet?
no, he just starts laughing and he goes, "And what do you want me to do?" And he goes, "You're my best friend." And I'm just like, "Oh shoot!" He makes me feel bad afterwards, and I'm
That's
like,
sweet.
and he goes, "I have nobody else to tell this to." And he goes, "And you, unfortunately, are married with me, so you're forced to hearing me out."
Aww.
I'm like, damn, like that. No, but like, yeah, like I think with him, like it was just like the conversation never stops. Basically, like it's always like nonstop talking. Like legit, like unless we're on our phones because we're either watching our like whatever shows he wants to watch or whatever movie or show that I'm watching. Like that's the only time we'll stay quiet, basically.
That's good. At least you guys like share like
Yeah.
that
So
quiet time as well.
I resonate with that. Like if you're talkative, like
Don't
if
get me
you guys
wrong.
are supposed
Quiet
to.
time is nice too.
Oh yeah.
Quiet time is nice too.
Yes.
I like quiet time.
What's another thing I don't like? Oh. But I think this is just like a pet peeve of mine or something like, and maybe some people have to do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging you, but like, maybe it's because of how my mom brought me up. But like when the other person, like we're eating and the other person's eating with their mouth open.
no, that's a no go.
That's a no-go for me, but it's like you know, everybody has their own thing, you guys. I'm not trying to judge anybody or anything like that, you know. I know a couple people that, you know, maybe have to eat with their mouth open because they really can't smell, or I'm sorry, they can't breathe through their nose or something like that. I've heard that before, so I'm just like, okay. But for sure, like for a first date, like I can't. Like I don't know why. I do know why. I just don't like it, you know. But like, like it's a no. That's a for sure like turn off a show for me. Oh, and before too as well. I have a lot, dude. Like
I have one more.
I like
Go
I
ahead.
like guys' teeth, like people's teeth, like they have that. I know this is weird. I think it's because either I had braces or something. I'm not trying to say my teeth are like pearly white. You feel me? Like they might be. You feel me? But like here and there. Anyways, so I used to. That was like a turn off for me too. Like if they didn't have like nice teeth. But now it's like I don't care. But before that was a turn off for me.
We can talk about that next. I think another one would be how they treat the staff and tipping.
Yes. Yes, I hate that shit. I hate when I think I actually had that happen before once. I don't know, I think. Or maybe I've seen it happen or something. But basically, story is that the guy was treating the server like shit. And it annoyed me to the point where, like, I even told the guy something like, you don't have to be like that, dude. Like, come on. And he goes, well, oh, this is what got me mad. They're getting paid. They have to do their job.
Not like that.
It's not like that, bro. It really shouldn't be like that. Like, yeah, they're getting paid, but they're not getting paid to, like,
Deal with you.
deal with us just because we had a bad day or something at, like, a certain time in the day or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Another thing you should watch out for is how they treat their mamas.
Oh, you know what? I believe that. I believe that because there's a lot of guys that I know that treat their moms like queens, and they have good relationships. They treat their moms like queens, but like there's others that like they treat their moms like crap, and they have like really bad. I don't know if it's like, I don't want to say, oh, I've scientifically proven that shit. No, but I've seen it. I've seen it. Why do you think that? Like, why do you?
I don't know, because I feel like for me, my mom's like precious, you know?
Yeah.
So I naturally I expect for a mother to be precious to the guy as well. And if he's not treating her good, then he's not gonna treat me good either. That's how
True.
I feel.
True.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I know that there's a saying or like something similar to that I've heard before. Like cuidado. I don't know how it goes honestly, but I think I've read something similar to what you just said, basically.
I mean, that's just how I feel and how I perceive things and how I've experienced things.
Mm-hmm. It be like that, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Other than that, do you wish to have a first date anytime soon?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm at a point where I want to
Like that's a deal breaker now?
be in a relationship.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Alright. Okay.
Y'all heard that? She's ready.
She ready, y'all.
Like, I know it's not it won't be 100%, you know, unicorns and flowers, but I'm ready to put in the work.
The responsibility and the consequences. I'm just kidding, not the consequences, but like
The good times, the bad times, the arguments, the makeups,
everything, girl.
all of it.
It be like that though.
You just have to make sure that it's with someone who's willing to communicate with you.
Yeah.
Because some people don't.
Yeah.
No matter.
Oh, I know that for that too, like communication, y'all. Please.
Like, there are so many guys that want to just, like, forget about it, move on. But there are things you have to talk about with the person.
Mhm.
And they just don't want to talk about it because... And their excuse is, I don't like to talk. Well, I don't like to get over things just like that.
Yeah. So what's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
You've met your match.
All right, you guys. It was nice having this chat with y'all.
Tune in again with us for our next episode.
And we shall be seeing you
Real soon.
real soon, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.